Right, okay. And would it be possible to have both of you one side? Well, it actually... what's best?
Where are you going to be?
Somewhere that doesn't block you. Preferably. You can sit behind them.
Yeah, maybe it's better we're both on one side then.
Yeah, I think maybe.
Jump over here and...
Okay. And then we'll just angle it toward you guys because we don't matter.
It's not true.
You guys can sit here.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's absolutely brilliant.
You two sit here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still is.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
Sweet.
No, I don't want to get
Okay.
Action?
And action.
Alright.
Ready?
We need to be looking at that or
Fun? No, if you want to. Yeah, if you want to. Like, cheeky wink at some point. That's
Yeah,
chill, that's chill, yeah.
Or just go, whichever. Like, whoever takes advantage. Just grab it. Just.
Actually, we were saying this earlier because we were watching the I'm a Believer video earlier. Thinking end the video with a cheeky clap. Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's how we end everything.
Ever takes you fancy, yeah. Hardcore rock and roll.
No, it was.
Hang on, it's right.
it might have been a signature.
Yeah. Well, just my own series.
Right.
That's how I understand it. Yeah. I think because it was our first video.
Okay, it's been 9 months since Tab caught up with you last,
Yeah.
and since then you played Glastonbury and Hyde Park, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Like, it's been an amazing year, hasn't it? Like, how's it been?
It's been a mad year.
Yeah, we met you when we were with Jake Bob and on tour with Jake Bob, and it was great to wrap that. When we finished that up, we had a bit of a break for a while, and we went to do a little bit of recording. We went off to the States, and as soon as the summer came by, we did like loads of UK festivals and a few festivals in Scandinavia, and then yeah, it was just doing a little bit of lots of recording, releasing a new EP, and yeah, here we are again, showing Colourline. So.
Yeah, what did it feel like to be thrown on the Hyde Park stage?
That's crazy.
When Adele couldn't make it.
Absolutely crazy. Mad. Because we'd already played it that day, so we'd already kind of like put our, just gone and put our energy into that, and then
300 people in that
yeah,
place, and then
we went off, had some beer, some short, so it was a really good day. Yeah, we got a phone, our manager got a phone call, but it was we were having some champagne or something, I don't know, and she got a phone call, was like, you're on the main stage, 20 minutes, get everybody. Our drummer, it was his first day on the job.
he was in the shower.
He was in the shower, and it was just like suddenly this big panic for like 5 minutes, and then we jumped in the van, we got to the stage, tried to get on the stage, we didn't even let us on the stage. And then, yeah, so we ran up there, 45, sea of people who've never seen anything like before.
Of course, because it was for the Stones.
The Stones. It was two before the Stones, so it was obviously Jake Logan and the Stones, and it was absolutely nice. The big screens, like said, you know, getting up, so the stronger down, but I got safety of the chest infection, so it was very nice to stop it as well.
It was him that suggested
I imagine he had a bit of a time.
incredible.
So you started off filming on a novel. Did you imagine you would have get to Glastonbury, Hyde Park?
No, never. When we started off, it was just kind of covers, just for the fun of it. We were on a holiday with the guitarists and went down to
Met a lot of tourists there, and when the holiday kind of finished up, they sort of said to us, oh, we really like your music, because we had been playing while we were on holidays, and they just asked us to put up some stuff on YouTube so that they would never forget us. So yeah, and that's where it started.
And that was, oh my god. And it's escalated beyond
Tourist was really.
when we first put it up, like, people had video that you guys were talking about, and we first put that up, all the views were in Germany, so all the people we met on holidays were so our fan base at the start was like 100 views from Germany for the first like 5 or 6 videos, and then we became better, and then just found out.
And did that spur on to the fact that you started doing covers?
Exactly.
Well, it has a bit of a part of it. We just got asked to do 2 festivals on it. Last year, and that was crazy. We only went out of Harry and I.
Who were the other 2 guys?
There were 3 guys.
There were 3 of them.
Jerry, the drummer, just of the year, just after taking Ty, who's known for 4 years, just a very good friend and a very good
And Cyrus is bass player, it's picked up on the way, so.
Yeah, so not a friend of yours before, you just sort of found it out.
Cyrus, yeah, but when I was playing to our manager, he plays to
You've got like 20 scenes, all different bands, and literally
Try to quadruple check that this is getting this.
you
This
still
would be a
have
real shame.
You have to upload every other. Because I've got to pay on mine, and I plugged mine in. There wasn't that many on there.
Okay, it definitely needs to be close to you. But I can get that, that's fine. I can hear that. So I can type that. Sorry.
That's cool.
Okay, great.
getting married.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, yes. But you were saying you started doing covers. How does it feel to have people now covering your thing?
Yeah, that's class. I mean, I occasionally, from time to time, just want to see if anyone's uploaded like a video of us in a gig or
Do you do that? Do you
sometimes just like
YouTube your
see
yeah?
like Wings and Table live.
It's all there's nothing on
You
there.
want to see what it sounded like or whatever, just out of interest, and then you sort of see like
And then they went
covering
for
the songs and stuff.
Paris.
But it's exactly, you know,
Songs we've never released as well. So like the ones that are just on YouTube, like people
change that.
can just see ridiculous
Do their own thing. And it's really cool. I mean, like,
they learn how to do them themselves as well, because we haven't, it's not like we kind of put the chords up or anything.
don't have a chord book or anything like that, so they just it's great. It's really good to see.
Yeah.
Because Cares has loads of success with it.
Yeah.
Just you don't care, everyone's
Yeah.
I know.
It's really good. And it's interesting as well.
They're like, still
Because we both sing at the same time. It's interesting to see Harry's mind in Care, as it is an interest, like they hear, I don't know, it's just different, they change it around a little bit.
Put their own spin on it.
Put their own spin on it, yeah. Or they hear something else that maybe do or anything like that, which is really cool. Or they put like both of our vocals together mixed, you know.
And like, obviously you've done covers with like Wall of Garden and like Gabrielle Abbott, and to what extent do you think there's like a YouTube generation of artists coming out?
It's definitely, like we have definitely come from a certain generation. Our little kind of group of people probably started like 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, so on YouTube. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a little bit of a community.
Yeah, community, and it kind of branched. I suppose we all did use YouTube as a platform, like putting up videos and stuff like that. And then, like we also kind of tour with Gabrielle, tour with all that, and with all that stuff.
Yeah, so I kind of branched from just doing little videos to busking on the streets.
Even
and
riding, we're all riding together now as well, which is a really fun activity and really.
Yeah, so you're gonna ask like, how do all of you know each other? Because there seems to be like webs of Irish musicians.
And a little Dublin uprising as well, specifically reaching a Dublin.
Yeah, I mean definitely knowing we finding these people through YouTube a few years ago.
Oh, so do you find each other through
Me, Harry, and Gabrielle, and another guy, we all moved to London together 2.5 years ago, and been in London since then, and back and forth to Ireland and stuff, and doing gigs together, writing songs together, doing videos together, learning covers together and stuff. And we're still all in a relationship, and it's really nice. We're all really close, and we have a really nice group and stuff. And like even our band are friends with Gabrielle's band, are friends with Orla, friends with everybody else.
Yeah, Ty plays violin with Gabrielle as well as with us.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yeah,
But you did decide to take it to the States as well, didn't you? Signed in the States as well?
Yeah, well we've got two separate kind of publishing deals, one over here and one over in the States as well, and then we're signed to Cherry Tree, which is like Interscope over in the US, and then Universal over here, Polybus.
How does it feel to be like official jazz artist?
It's pretty cool. We've never been to America.
We're not free, but you know, for a business for music was amazing. It was like we wouldn't have had cash to pay.
Now we've gone what 3 times?
3 times in the last year, and we've not been before. This time last year was the first time.
And it was like if there's more people in here.
And we wanted to
This was like there's more people in here, would be less. And I was like, yeah. I didn't really want to say that, but there's probably
Where did the...
So what?
Yeah, let's go.
Outside Barcelona. Like,
And we had
it
a
could be
house
anywhere, I suppose. When it gets dark, it could be anywhere, really.
It doesn't have any specific feel to it, of course. It's just a really beautiful place that looks like we spent loads of money and went off to like somewhere exotic to film a video or something. I don't know.
But it could be in like Kent, you know. It's just could be anywhere.
Had you been before?
We didn't know.
So you knew the place, sussed the
Oh
place
yeah,
out, and then decided
yeah,
to
we had like a director come to us to do this video and stuff. We knew we wanted to be in it. And we looked at a few like ideas from people and the director really felt it was going to be in London first of all, or even after.
Pushed him out the way.
Well, she grew up in London, but she studied in Oxford.
I'm trying to
at Oxford University. I know you gave up to computer science degree. Was that a hard decision?
No. I was in computer science. I thought it was like the right thing for me. I'm a little bit geeky, and I sort of had this idea that my idea was just to finish it and like develop an app for music, maybe, or something, you know, do something crazy like that. But and I sort of saw it as a job opportunity more than anything else. But I didn't enjoy the course at all, and I kind of just really went to university to get the taste of the university life, you know, going part. She'll get you in it. So, you know, but just I just don't think it was hard for you to do.
Yeah. So mum from London, dad from Newcastle.
So when you said he took a
Say with conviction.
Yeah, exactly.
Manual.
They'll believe you.
What advice would you give to people setting up YouTube accounts trying to become more
Oh, well, that's, I mean, like, you know, YouTube isn't the only platform out there. It's a great platform and it's great to develop audience and stuff, but it's also like, something that express music that you have to do yourself, sound, type, through listening and like, doing a lot of gigs and that's what
It's a lot, I think it's a lot. The advice I just generally would give, nothing to do with YouTube or the internet, or it's just like doing it. Not for the fame or something like that. Yeah, if you don't love it, you
What are those girls that was
yes, you
go up to them.
I feel like
There was like 10 people outside of there.
you have to do some incredible gigs and get paid a lot of money and make really difficult decisions, stay on people's couches a lot, you know. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted, but if you really enjoy it, then you should be fine. I mean, I think if you think you're talented and you can do it, then why not put up a video up on YouTube and share it with your friends, see what they think. I suppose you could say as well, just try and think outside the box. There's a lot of people now you can admit, like,
you see almost everybody on Twitter is a singer-songwriter these days, you know,
everyone wants
so,
to be so maybe just think about it. But outside the box, yeah.
and just songwriting as well, isn't it?
Yeah, writing your own song. Writing your own
Yeah, how
song.
do you go about writing your songs? Do you have to work at it? Does it come
Just don't think about it, I suppose. It's like, I don't know, we just kind of...
Yeah.
Are all songs written together, or does one of you have a concept for one song and one another?
Depends, maybe, like, we'll both be working on different ideas at different times.
We sort of sit and have a jam, basically. We just like sit down with two workshop with guitars and use jam and kind of work off just to back of the necks and think we feel, you know, oh, this feels like something, okay, and then...
Because we're brothers, we know each other well, you know,
I say, does that help?
We start singing something and sort of have random words, you know, just be like gibberish, but he'll be like, oh my, yeah, that's good, yeah, and we go through and then
he'll know, like, he'll know guitar,
Yeah, but you have
and
to
sing the verse.
appreciate that
They'll
it's
sing
fucked
the
up
verse
with
and harmonies and that.
the strings. It's only the strings that makes me know.
This is like, could be words, just be words, going.
No, it's basically
one
the screen.
loop,
It's got
tiny
screen
phrase,
protector
you know.
and wood
Yeah,
around
it
it,
could be two
and
words,
screen
four
protector
or
peeled
whatever.
off from the bottom.
Start to
hard
run and
against
take that round a
So
while.
peel
Or
wood
we just
off the screen protector.
or
On the
they
screen protector.
keep on
Do
playing
you?
that.
I use it.
That would just
Is that
go.
right?
He'll just
Yeah.
change his note. That'll change his note.
So I like
When I
that
change
one.
notes, I know where I'm going to go. It's really weird. We go
It's
off
quite
that.
spontaneous.
Yeah, all very spontaneous, on the spot. That's how. But then sometimes we sit down and we
Think about it.
We think,
So yeah, because to their time times where they're like, look, you have to like you're releasing an EP, this isn't right, you have to sit down.
well, it's good because we have a lot of ideas and a lot of unfinished songs as well. So there's lots of songs we've written.
Yeah, same for the
Sometimes you just go, oh right, that one's kind of nice. So is that. Just put them together and then like, that's good stuff.
Like assembling our next EP at the moment, actually.
Yeah, but that, I mean,
And that's like we upload songs to choose. Some of them are done, some of them aren't done.
yeah,
Some of them
say
just
like our
change.
current EP, the OC EP that's out now, when we wrote that, and like the majority of it, and like say maybe 80% of it on this island off the coast of Essex.
Yeah.
So the way that most of them came about, because we were there for like 5 days. Like hardly anything happened for the first 3 days, 4 days. And then
We just got loads of little ideas.
we got loads of little ideas. And we were like, oh, we gotta deliver on something. So a little bit of a mixture of pressure and just like a little bit of like drive. We spurred out like 3 songs, kind of 4 songs in a
And
row.
Care was actually like it's happened to us before in this way, but Care like we kind of started playing it because it sounded when we opened the opening chords and the melody and stuff it just sounded really like old school or whatever. So we were like, let's just write it like 2 minutes 50 old school sort of stuff. And we had a load of lyrics written out for the first 3 days and stuff, and just scattered the whole thing and now there's Care. There's kind of like in half an hour. And the same. Whatever goes on.
Whatever goes on.
Often-
OC anywhere.
Yeah.
On island.
Yeah, sometimes you don't know. Are you sure? I wouldn't know. And that's like, we wrote that, same thing, don't take it. Luckily we recorded it, and I listen back to it now, and what we done was we sang it, and I was just saying these words and whatever, listen to it back, whatever. And it all made sense, and then I thought, I had a good idea what it was about, and then I actually it's completely different. It's completely different. It's exactly what I was going through at the time, and it was like that's kind of what it was about. And I think subconsciously it was just and it takes a bit. I mean, I don't know. I didn't finish school, so my grammar isn't amazing. Harry is a scholar, so he's much better and can fix up a lot of things.
What was the first, like obviously loads of your stuff got uploaded to YouTube and then you've done professional versions of it recently. What was the first song you ever fully finished, uploaded up on YouTube? Do you remember?
I think when we started Hudson Taylor, that was when we really started to feel what we were doing before with Harry and Andy was a little bit like shot in the dark. We didn't really feel like everything we were doing we weren't 100% happy with. We were a little bit keep the keys. It's not really what we were playing with. We liked it and everything. It didn't, because it was mixed in with lots of other stuff. It was
We were both living different lives. Like weren't going to stress or anything, and then there again, that was really the moment where we wrote battles, and that was the same. It was our independent release. We set up our labels out through that, and it was like, this is having the space. There is, but we're still doing that song. We got it. German. That's kind of what got us started. Got us stuff.
So you changed the name from Harry Taylor. Rebrand yourself, change your music.
I was growing up, Harry Nappy was a thing kind of
A milestone.
we didn't know where it was going to go. 15, 16.
When we started, when we started, we were 15 or 16, so I don't know. Harry and Alfie.
And then we tried to
Way didn't want to call it user 7594 on YouTube, you know, so
That's one more artist names, so we decided to change to a name, and that was easy.
Play shots then.
I want it to be cool.
Your hair is always amazing. How long does it
I've got straight, that's great.
Never been late.
I used to have roles.
It makes
Yeah,
it easy.
because used to yeah.
Yeah, I stopped.
Fucking donkey.
Too much.
Never been late for a gig.